Okay, in a previous video, I showed how to take the TWC data and collapse it down by each one of these indicators. So now I want to show you how can we create a bar graph from these data. Notice here that the data are not sorted. I just put them in the order that they came in the TWC. But in thinking about the graphic I might like to create, the bar graph, I think it would be nice to have it sorted from the highest indicator to the lowest. Okay, so before I create the graphic, what I want to do is do that move. So I'm going to click Data and Sort. I'm going to make sure that my list has headers is selected so it knows where to look. And I'm going to sort it by school from the smallest to largest value. Okay. The bar graph always reflects the inverse of that. So what it'll do is when we create the bar graph, it'll go largest to smallest. But I did smallest to largest here. Now with that selected, I can go back to the tab Insert, and I can go into my 2D bar graph, is the one I want to create, and bring it over and see what it gave me. So notice that this green bar is the school, the red bar is the district, and the blue bar is the state. And I have each one of my indicators sorted by the percent that agree from largest to smallest, okay? And now it's just aesthetics. It's how do I want to clean this up? Well, we know we need to title it. So we could call this teacher work, oops, we probably need to know how to spell though. Teacher working conditions survey, and it's for 2020, and maybe I want to do Holly Ridge Elementary School. All right, having done that, maybe I think to myself that I don't need the hundreds place in terms of this x-axis. So what I can do actually is highlight within here, go back home and just change the decimal place, what it shows, and notice that that disappeared. It was reflected in the graphic. Maybe I don't like these vertical lines, so I'm going to just delete them. I clicked on them and deleted them. And as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, well, I really don't want to compare to the state. Maybe it's not something I'm as interested in. I'm just interested in the comparison to the district. So I can select my H column and right click it and say hide. Now watch, when I hide it in the spreadsheet, it hides it in the graphic. So now I just have a comparison between the school and the district. And now let's say that I just don't like this avocado green, which I really don't. Let's change it to a navy blue. That looks nice. I like that red. That red still looks good. And so now let's say what other things might I do? I might want to label. Let's say I want to label just my school's graph. So I clicked on the bars, it selected all of them, and I can just put add data labels. And notice now it gives me that percent, which is really nice. I can see what those actual values are, okay? And there's other things you may want to do, but this was just a quick way to show you how we can manipulate the teacher working condition survey to get it in a format where we now have an overall summary of how our school did, and we've done it in a graphic that we can share out that's easily interpreted, and that we can see areas where we are strong and maybe some areas where we might want to grow.